This is Unit 5 Learning Target 3 video designed for 6th grade students at Grant County Middle School to help them prepare for their upcoming social studies test. Learning Target 3 says discuss problems created by urbanization in Mexico City, and it starts in the countryside actually, where we have rural decline. We have a lot of causes of rural decline, mostly poverty and unemployment. Because this exists, the living conditions are on the decline there. Sorry not to use a different word other than decline, but they're getting worse. When you can't pay for anything because you're too poor and you don't have a job, so you're not making any money. So now you have a problem. And so those are some causes for it. The effects of having the rural decline means you have an increased amount of people who are moving to the city. And we call this an increase in urbanization. This leads to lots of problems that fall into Mexico City's area. We've read about a lot of different people in this unit, and one that always comes to my mind is Julio Cu. If you remember, he was the diver, and he didn't go diving in the ocean, but he was a diver, and that caused a problem because the more people you have in an area, the more things you have to deal with, such as garbage or sewage, like Julio Cu had to deal with. You also have to deal with more people using more stuff, more people in an area, so it's going to become crowded. So you're going to have a lot of different issues. And when you have more people in an area, this is going to lead to an increase in crime. This is going to lead to an increase in your air pollution, and this is going to add more poor slum neighborhoods to your city. And so this puts life tough on those people that are already in the city, as more and more people just keep coming because living conditions are so worse off in the countryside. Basically, we call that worsening off rural decline. So you need to make sure you know what that word is. I've used it so many times here in this video that if you don't know what that is, I would really, you're not paying attention. So make sure you know that term. That's a big time geo term for this upcoming assessment. Lastly, but not least, for this one, is videos are a little shorter this time around. I'm getting a little bit more efficient with them. It says another problem that you have is air pollution, because there are so many people that come into Mexico City. You have all kinds of cars, lots of traffic. I mean, Mexico City is one of the largest cities in the Western Hemisphere. It's one of the largest cities in the world. And it sits at a very high altitude, and because of that, the pollution doesn't really rise up and go away. It just kind of hangs there. So there's a lot of smog, and so even though people in Mexico City, they don't have any snow days, they will have smog days from school. So that's definitely something that they have a problem. Even though they have volcanoes off in the distance, the volcanoes aren't a problem. The problem is they can't see the volcanoes through the smog because of all the air pollution. This should prepare you for Learning Target 3. Good luck.